Hello, welcome back to Consites. Today we will discuss a new feature we have implemented, streamlining material procurement with intent requests. Let us give you a small demo of how this works. Here we are logging in as a manager or administrator. Once we log in as an administrator, we will first explain how to create or raise an intent. We start by heading to the Projects page. From the Projects page, we go to the project. Inside the project, we have the Materials tab. In the Materials tab, we can see two toggles, Inventory and Intent. We need to go straight to the Intent section. In the Intent section, we click the Add Intent Request button. Here, the details of the manager will be auto-filled. We also have the option to create the Materials category and select a vendor. Let us create our first material, which is cement. Since we already have a vendor created, we can choose this vendor, or if we want to add a new vendor that is not in the list, we can add the vendor. Let's proceed to create a new vendor. We need to enter the name of the vendor, the phone number, and the vendor's name again, along with the city, state, and PIN code. These are all non-mandatory fields, so it is fine if we leave them empty. There is also a field to add the material that the vendor supplies to us or our organization. First, let us create the material. For example, we can add electrical as the material. We can add more than one material if the vendor supplies it. Definitely. Suppose the second material is plumbing. That's it. Here we enter the GST number, PAN number, and payment terms of the vendor, or any form from where we are getting that information. When we click Create Vendor, the vendor is created. From here, we can choose the vendor, let's say Alf G, which we have just added. Here we have added the supplier. Now, for the quantity of cement, for example, 100 bags. The unit price is 100. We also have the option to edit or delete the vendor if required. For example, if we did this on the 3rd of December and we have one material, we can add more than one material. So, let's add a second material. For example, driller. For driller, the category may be hardware. Select the vendor. We are choosing the same vendor and the quantity, which is 5. This is the material for this vendor. Let's add one more material with a different vendor, marble. Now we are changing the vendor name. For example, let's take the material name as cumbere, and the quantity can be anything, such as 50. We have added the materials and all the necessary information. Then, the supervisor or manager can click the Request Intent button. When this is clicked, we can see that the material has been created, and the intent now includes all the materials inside it. They can view the details, delete it, or edit it. Once the intent has been raised by the supervisor, this intent request will be sent to the owner on the Intent Request page. Now, let's log in as the owner of this organization. We are now logged in as the owner. When the owner goes to the Intent Request page, all the intents raised by the supervisor or manager can be seen. Here, we can see the BCM project where we just raised the intent. The owner can see all the materials, their status, and perform any action needed. When the owner changes the status of this material to approved, for example, this will also update the status of these two materials. The owner will then have the option to create a view. When this is clicked, the owner will see the two different vendors, since we had two different vendors and different materials under each of them. When the owner chooses a vendor, the purchase order, PO, for this vendor with the materials is already created, and all the details are pre-filled. This is the template, and it is fully editable. Anything can be edited from here. Date, delivery date. If it is not chosen, we can edit that as well. The vendor details, the shipping details for the organization, and the materials are all shown. We can definitely add a new material if needed and see this total. When the user clicks the Share on WhatsApp button, it will ask for permission to create a public link so the supplier can view it. After clicking Share to WhatsApp, a new tab will open and ask to open WhatsApp when the link is created. The entire message is generated in the chat. When the user sends it, the whole purchase order is sent via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp message also includes a link. When the supplier clicks this link, they can see the intent and view the purchase order on their screen. There is also an option to download it as a PDF. Once this is done, the status will change to ordered since the order has been placed. After the status is changed to ordered, it will move to the PO Sent to Supplier tab because the purchase order has already been sent to the vendor on WhatsApp. The owner can check this, and when the material is delivered, the owner can change the status to delivered. Once the status is updated to delivered, we will see a delivery tab here. The owner will have the option to move to inventory. When Move to Inventory is clicked, all the details will appear. Marble gravel, the supplier's name, their contact number, and then the Upload Document button can be clicked. There will be options to upload a document, enter the name of the document, its category, and choose the file. When the owner clicks Upload Document, the document will be uploaded here. When Add to Inventory is clicked, the material will be added to the inventory and moved directly to inventory. The material added to inventory can be seen in the Materials page as we can see for the BCM project. This is the material here. If the user wants to view the uploaded document later, they can click on View to see the image or PDF file. Also, from the Projects page, under a project, in the Materials tab, in the Inventory toggle, we can see that the material has been added from here as well. The document can be viewed, so this covers the intent request feature included in this update. That's all. Thank you so much.